Yeah.
Peace, y'all. Peace. Peace and
Hello.
plenty. Peace and plenty. My name is Miles Megaciph. I'm joined by my co-host and birthday brother, my brethren,
Yes.
Papa Biz,
Yeah. AKA GE Biswell, AKA George Biswell. I'm telling you, I've got all kinds of names, but
aka the Canan Vanalist.
yeah, Can Evangelist. That's a crazy name, but yeah, we talk about that at some point. But hey,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited, Miles, to be here and to be
Yeah.
able to.
I'm excited to be here with you. My name is Miles, aka Megaciph, aka Miles Megaciph, aka Siph, big cipher, big circles of influence. Um, and this is an open mic. It's really been a work in progress for a couple years without even realizing it. I've been working with Veterans for Peace since 2014 and working intently to grow the organization in numbers, especially the youth and diverse communities. Our LGBTQ veteran communities, our post 9/11 veteran communities, our people of color and indigenous people veteran communities. And I think this is important because we are the people who we are fighting for, right? So we sign up and we enlist thinking we're making the world a better place and we're making our home a better place. Very often we become, the wool is pulled from our eyes and we realize what's going on in the world and we realize we're part of a machine, and so we come out and do our work and feel isolated. So this is supposed to be a space, this is a space, a global space, every Friday night from 8 p.m. Central until 12 a.m. Central with my brother over here. We're born on the same day, we're born on the same birthday, a couple years apart.
a
We won't
few.
tell y'all how many, maybe a few.
I don't. It don't bother me. I mean, I
No, don't
love
bother
my
me
age.
either. I love it. I think our age is a blessing.
That's
Um,
right.
you're wise. I really enjoyed hanging out with you in Kansas City. I was there for a few years, 1 year and then 2 years, and I met you on the second round in that city. Um, and Papa Biz, you're just dope, man. You like a DJ. Like people, for people who don't know, and you're not going to get to see it tonight. This brother is a DJ, and he spins the most soulful tunes and vibes that you can imagine. And he DJ'd a couple shows. For me out in the streets of Kansas City at Art Walk. If you want to tell the people at home about that,
Well,
and
it
share
was
that
it
experience,
was an
please.
idea that I came up with to try to actually drum up business for a DJ company I started after I retired, just to mainly to have fun and try to pay for that fun. I thought, well, I could do some free advertisements myself by going out on the streets of Kansas City. So I created this little project called Sidewalk Radio. So I tried to create the atmosphere that was kind of like radio, and I just played music. And then I met Miles, and he brought in his backtrack stuff, and we started doing some stuff together. And we had a lot of fun. And then he up and had to move to Mobile. So,
I'm
but we did have a lot of fun, and it was just a way to. And I hope to, then of course the coronavirus hit and everything just dried up in the arts area that we were doing it in Kansas City, and so we just just decided that it's best just try to do something else. And then this opportunity came along, and I thought, oh yes, I would love to be a host and see new entertainment, and especially coming from a veteran's. What I look for in music, especially if it's something like this with veterans, is the lyrics and what they're saying, and because we have commonality. We all went through basic training. We all were. Some were trained to be more warriors than others, but it's that's what I look. That's what I'm hoping to get out of this, and to hopefully other young veterans. I'm not going to be around forever. I'm also a veteran activist. I've been involved in veterans organizations since I got out of the Air Force in 1971. First group that I belonged to was Vietnam Veterans Against the War. and we had a chapter here in Kansas City, and so that was my introduction to the whole thing. I mean, actually, I had gotten out of the Air Force,
Don't
not
give
sort
it
of
all
to be,
away. Don't tell
huh?
them everything. Don't tell them everything right now. Let them wait. You know what I'm saying? Let's give them pieces. Let's give them bits and
I
pieces.
hear you. I hear you. Anyway, so it's a cool thing to be able to do this, and I hope that we get some folks, and I have some friends that are vets that I'm going to try to get them involved in terms of their music, and hopefully they'll put something together and submit it, and we'll go from there.
We're going to get the people. The people are here. We already have 26 people watching us live right now. So that's beautiful. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of this vibration. We ask you to share this and grow this. So this is day one, like you're getting right now. And what we want you to know is that this platform is free for you and free for the audience to tune in. Artists who come on and join us get to share their music live on Facebook and YouTube, thanks to Veterans for Peace. So Veterans for Peace is providing this platform for artists from around the world with a global progressive perspective. So if your music is popping, send it in. And we're going to put a banner at the bottom of the screen. If you look in the description, there's a description on your Facebook event. There's a description on your YouTube event. If you look in the description, there is a YouTube page. I mean, a web page on our Veterans for Peace homepage on our home site that gives you all the FAQ, the submission information, and everything that you need to be a part of this show. Like George is saying, like Papa Biz is saying, we do have artist friends that we know and that we're going to invite from time to time. I have a few that I've invited today, last minute. Life is real. You all know what it's like. 2020 was crazy. And we're here in 2021 now. So I've invited quite a few friends today, and I will continue to invite people. And you can find our information out online. And the only hoop to jump through is have some high quality music. You know, if you're gonna get up here and you're gonna start talking about all the bands you got, and but then you need a ride home. I mean, you're at home, hopefully, if it's a virtual show, but you know what I'm saying. If you don't have a car and you rapping about driving a foreign and you're rapping the stacks of money, and you know what I'm saying, and your folks are broke, we don't want that music. So it's real. We want real music about real life. Struggle is cool. Pain is cool. Positivity, love, peace, right? These are the types of things that we're seeking. Affirming music, music that isn't questioning people's identity and their choices in life. So we want real positive vibrations. This is Veterans for Peace. We are veterans, and we are non-veteran associate members who are invested in educating people on the cost of war. And so this platform is another way to do it. The movement requires music. If you've got that music, get it to us. This is day one. We got 52 weeks in 2021. So how many will you be a part of? And what's your music going to be like?
Well said. Well said.
You know, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. Some housekeeping. When people do join us, when artists do join us, we're going to ask that everybody mute themselves. We are streaming from a platform called StreamYard. And right now, my man and I are in the backstage, and y'all see us on your platforms. We could have 10 artists back here that you wouldn't know about, right? And we've got some friends back here waiting to get on the mic. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then we can put people onto the screen as we want. We could have a cipher on the screen. We could have 4 artists. We could have 6. I believe we can have up to 10 on the screen at the same time. So we're looking forward to having a really good time, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, and this is not scripted. You know, I'm just this is off the cuff because this is where my heart is at. This is where my mind is at. You can come up here and do live freestyle off the cuff. If your music is caliber, right? If what you're talking about is on par, we will reserve the right to mute you or to cut you off if you are disrespecting the audience. The same goes for the chat room. If you are a troll or if you're in the chat room to talk about a different agenda, you will get blocked. You will get muted. All right. This is a safe space. This is an open space for creativity. You can give us pre-prepared material. If you submit something and that's what you want to share with the world, by all means, we can do that. If you want to come on live, like I said, and be in the backstage and then come up onto the screen and share your music via screen share, which I'm going to do shortly, you can do that as well. So the platform is very versatile. And then you can also promote yourself. Veterans for Peace is a large organization. We're a national organization with over 3,000 members, and your video will be seen. So put it out, share the music. Then you can no longer complain about the world holding you back, right? Once you're sharing it. Yeah, and I think that's about it. That's about the ground rules. There's some more on the FAQ, and we're not trying to make money from you. That's a beautiful thing.
Excuse me. Yeah, there's no donation button anywhere I see on the screen. So.
No, there's not. And I do want to get one because I would like the artist to be able to receive money from fans. Yeah. So we just have to figure out a way to do that fairly. And when artists are on the stage, of course, we'll share their links. And so you can support like that. You can always follow artists to support. So
there you go. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And if you got some folks, man, I'm ready for some music if you got something.
Well, we got a couple of comments, some folks watching. Share your thoughts, share your love. It helps us grow. It helps this grow. This is week 1, like I said, and I didn't promote. All right. I didn't promote. I've been in all sorts of things, mentally, emotionally and spiritually good. Mentally, a lot is happening in my life right now. And so this is the thing that I allowed to slip. But as you can see, I'm all in. So Jamming for Peace, love it, from Deborah Stokes. Deborah Stobes. I hope I'm pronouncing Deborah Staubs. I'm butchering your name. I apologize. I'll just put your comment up there.
Oh, let me put my spectacles on.
So that's what we're gonna do. Right. But it's love, right?
Jamming for Peace and love. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's cool.
So let me share some music with y'all so you can see what it's going to be like, and artists can at least get a sample of it. We don't have anybody in the backstage yet. I do have a couple of friends who told me they were going to join, so we're certainly going to hold space for a little while. And you see an open mic list. Those Ben Grosscup, I think it's Broke MC, Agolla, that's my homegirl from Kenya, and who's my 4th person who said they might be able to join us today? See if my memory serves me. Is life all about memory? Do we get caught? Do we get caught out there thinking that we something? Oh, can't remember who my 4th person is. I could look at the top of the comments because I put it up there. So Junya, yes. He's my homie from Mobile. He's a dope poet over here in Mobile. And
all right.
So yeah, we share the link and it's open, man. It's not there's no BS. So let me share some music so y'all can see what's up. And it's a first come, first serve. I will say that. And once this gets popping, we're gonna have a limit of 15 artists per week. Because of just time and realist, you know what I'm saying? We want people to share. Yes. We want to ask them questions. I know you want to ask people questions, right? And
yes, yeah, yep. I can think of some.
All right.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
We got 31 people. Let me share some music with y'all, and we can do a mic check real quick. Y'all can see how it's gonna sound. You can see if it sounds good. Let me keep my screen up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
We probably don't want to do that.
And now, as far as what it looks like on TV, it's just you and I still on the
You don't
screen.
see the million screens in the background?
Nope. Nope.
Nice.
Nope. Just see. That's what's kind of nice here. I can see what's actually being broadcast out. A little,
So-
that's a little. But now I do. It's a little delayed. That's why.
Okay.
It's a little behind on what we're here. and
I'm
what
going to
folks
share a
are-
song with everybody called Everybody Arise. This is produced by my man Steve Wallace. This is actually this is the second song I released in 2020. It's off the Dirty South Chronicles As Clean As We Want to Be forthcoming album. Yeah, it's an Earth song. It's a Planet Earth song. And so let's share that. People can hear it and get into the vibe, make some comments, and we'll get some artists in here in a moment, I'm sure. Are you hearing my music?
Yes,
You are
yes,
hearing my
yes,
music. Word.
yeah. Well, I just turned down my mic. I can. Okay, there you are.
So we can do that. We can bring an artist into the front, right? Right?
And what we're seeing on
In this one blue planet, we gotta share it. What are you seeing? Tell me what you're seeing. I need to know.
right now, we're seeing just you and I in the big screen. So now you're wrong.
Right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our new paradigm. Peace, love, unity. Wear your masks, social distance, keep your loved ones alive. There's no debate in this one blue planet. We gotta share it. This little rocking space is third base. It's how God planned it. Souls are commanded. Some understand it, some don't pray. Please overstand this. It's greed and lust I cast away. They manufacture in private poisons as public goods. The finest fight prison pipelines and gentrified hoods. We flunk polluters, flinging fat F's for fish kills, foreclose on factory farms and forage for a meal. Forever fervent in my defense of the feminine Mother Earth and her medicine messages from forever when ancestors were the residents. Thankful there is evidence in texts and monuments and warnings of what's next. How it all connects, glacial melts and cleared fields. How will my lungs heal? How will my lungs heal? God's willing we kneel or sacrificially be vegan. I stand for peace and sign the Paris Climate Agreement. Seek meaning in every meeting, completing and not competing, believing and not deleting scientific truth and teaching. My beliefs based in the fact, real faith takes works. Man-made climate change is real. Let's take care of the earth, y'all. I need to turn my speaker up, y'all. I can barely hear it. Duck behind the fourth wall. Come back into view. It's all up to us, y'all. Woo! I say peace to every single being who can feel me. Please let the flaws of man proceed freely. I don't take any. Leave these jewels and I'm Betty. Bouncing. Anti-war announcements and I'm Jetty. Get out of here. I'm for all the people I'm allowed to be. I'm in here. Can't nobody take this person out of me. You in here. You about to hear what we about to see a future. For all our future generations, harmony. Gardens don't need guarding. No more greed, no more misogyny. My God, this modern world is an assault on our arteries. Guy has been downgraded and garnished for our fancy feast. Imagine walking and running for hundreds of miles and still you can't be free. Fill the streets, fill the squares, make it heaven on earth. Local grown, global home for the better or worse. Farmers markets, earth domes, make it pop with the perks. This is real, facing mass extinction, what could be worse? Put science first for the earth, the only one that we got. Then go to synagogue, church, or mosque and pray a whole lot. My beliefs based in the fact that real faith takes works. Man-made climate change is real. Let's take care of the earth, y'all. Yo, let's take care of her. She's tired of our ways, man. We can't let our mother be tired of us. If not us, who? If not now. Come on, y'all. The signs are here. The signs are here. The signs are all around us. The signs are everywhere. We just gotta read. We gotta read. We gotta read. Come on, come on, come on. Yo, peace and love, y'all. Much love, much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do let me bring my man Papa Biz back. Let me
unmute myself, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah, we're a little behind. I mean, what's
that
going
happens. It happens. It's all good. That's why you're watching. So you're getting it's cool to kind of have this conversation with you and to have this be our first episode because you're getting to see it. You're doing it and watching it at the same time. And, you know, in this world, artists who join us on this platform, it's very interesting because you don't get the crowd experience. You know, this is not Zoom where you're seeing however many people are watching you. You only see it in eyes on the screen. You only see it in. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Well, we had the volume up here on the television, so it's delayed. You know, so I'm hearing you, and then I'm hearing you again. In about, I think we're probably 40, 50, maybe a minute behind, or no, not that far.
Drive me crazy. I couldn't do that.
So that was kind of crazy, but she can hear us now here. So she's hearing us do it live. But she's seeing it, you know, a little delayed. I don't know, it's about 30, I don't know what it would be, 30-second delay at least.
I thank y'all for the love. Are you recording this and posting for the public? Yes, June Paul. This is going to be shared. This is being shared now on our live page, and it's going to be saved. It's going to be archived. So if you're an artist, check out the description. The information is in the description. That's the easiest way for me to point you in the right place, to point you to the right place to submit some music. If you're an artist or you know artists, this is like the launch. So next week, I fully expect this space to be filled because I know I have enough friends who are world-class artists and who want to share their music, and there's enough people around the world who need spaces like this to share their music. So
it's not just limited to veterans.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Limited to veterans.
Okay. I've got
that's
a young artist that I think would be right up there. He lives in New York City, and met the young man many years ago when he was just a young kid, and now he's grown up. He's in his 30s and living in New York City, and on doing some very positive and uplifting rap music. He's a Baha'i, so his music relates around what he believes in. That's how I met him. So I'm gonna get a hold of him and talk, because I thought maybe this was just veterans only. So
no,
this
brother,
is for,
no.
You know, it's
My
just,
fault,
if this is for,
I thought I explained that. We're
well, you probably did. Now they just went.
It's all good, you know.
Yeah.
Cross messages, cross signals.
You know, there's a saying by an artist by Shel Silverstein, and he wrote a song called "I Got Stoned and I Missed It." Well, that happens to me a lot.
Hey, let me shout at you real quick, Papa Biz, and remember when you want to connect with the people, to look at your camera, because
thank you.
Yeah, looking at me, disconnects us from the people, and we want to really connect with y'all at home.
Okay. I might try to be out of screen. I might try to go lower it down a little bit and in. So if you see me move a little bit, is that okay? Would you prefer me not to do that until if I'm off screen?
Now you have a great setup right now, so just say it like, keep it like this. If you want to, unless
no, if it's fine, if it looks good.
Cool.
All right.
Y'all welcome to the housekeeping. We welcome y'all to the house. No, we welcome housekeeping. We're gonna do a lot of housekeeping, and this can be something that you put on while you do housekeeping. This is gonna be every Friday night from 8 p.m. until 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that's, what is that, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. on the East Coast, and it's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific. Look at me. Wow. What is it?
I was looking at you.
What would that be in the UK? That's 6 hours difference. I don't know if the math is that good. That would be 6 hours ahead of us. That's very early for like my people Skinner and Twitch. That would be that's 8 for me. That would be 2 in the morning. That would be kicking off at 2 in the morning and running until 6 a.m. That's bloody hell, right? That's not gonna work. So
yeah, because it's 2:26 a.m.
But that's
in
the
London right now.
Send in recorded material, y'all. That's the reason you can send in recorded material. So literally 4 hours of your Friday night, you have a place to come and share and grow on some really positive vibrations, some uplifting vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Every single week, artists can be here sharing and growing with other artists from around the world. That's why we made it a 4-hour block, so that everybody would have enough time to share. And we'll keep the lists rotating. You know, I said a 15-person limit. I mean, if we get flooded with like 45 submissions, it'd be hard to say no to 30 people. So come at us, you know what I'm saying? Bring the music, bring the vibrations.
Right. You know, and we're not opposed to someone who's in London at 2:00 in the morning if they want to come live either. I mean, or in Saigon or wherever you might be. Well, actually, it's Ho Chi Minh City, but showing my. So yeah, we're not opposed to that, but recordings are always cool, and I look forward to seeing some stuff. And as a non-musician, the only thing I could play are CD players. It's about the limit of my musical equipment, and so I'm looking forward. And I do a little thing on Facebook, and I always like to play people's music that aren't getting. And I know quite a few people here locally at local radio, so we could get your music played at the local community radio station. They're always looking for artists, even all over. So. Opportunities
tell
out
the
there.
People about your cannabis special. Tell the people about your show. We got my man Dialect is about to join us, y'all. We're about to get blessed with some lyrics from one of the best that does it. So
well, it's just a little Facebook thing that I do on Thursday afternoon. It's called 420 Now KC, and talk about cannabis, play a little rock and roll. Love to play people's music. That's I mean, Facebook has these algorithm things, so if it's like Warner Brothers or any of those stuff, then it gets muted. So I really want to, I'd like to local artists or artists that are on this program that want to share it with the folks. I'm only on for 40 minutes, so from 4:20 p.m. Central Time every Thursday afternoon until 5:00. And I'd love to play some music and hopefully get to the point to maybe I can do more of kind of interaction of what we're doing here as I grow and learn how to do this.
Hey, Papa Biz, you're the can evangelist. Why are you the can evangelist, man? Like, why? How did that start? That's kind of scripted. I know. Okay, I tried to look that one.
Well, no. I mean, the name came to me through my son, my youngest son, and I play disc golf, and we were out on the disc golf course one day. And I'm always talking about cannabis since I've retired, and been a very strong advocate and activist, and use medicine daily. And so he says, "Dude, you're a can evangelist." And I just loved the word. And I said, okay, can I have that? And he said, have what? I said, the word, man. You just, and we had some friends there was playing. So I just picked it up. It kind of explains my enthusiasm about the plant and how I truly believe that it can and has potential to heal so many things, and not just from the consumption of, smoking it and use it in edibles and the medicine oils that just lots of lots and lots of people use, but the textiles, the hemp, the whole cannabis. When I talk about cannabis, it's all of it. It's medical, it's hemp, it's everything. So it's all things cannabis. I want to see cars made out of cannabis. I want to see oil that I can drive my car, or maybe cannabis, and then I use electricity to drive the cannabis car that's made from cannabis. I mean, it's already been done. We're not recreating anything. It's just a matter of getting the product at that level that we can really use it in our economic structure that we have going. Because right now, oil is the basis of just about everything, and oil is not good for the environment. And hemp is a way better way to get to supplement our ecology, our energy levels, and everything around the world. Not just, and things are changing. The United Nations just ruled that cannabis is no longer a scheduled drug. It's they deschedule it, they decriminalize it on the world level. That's a big deal. That opens up a lot of opportunities. Really, if you think about it, in the continent of Africa, grows some great cannabis. They ought to be able to bring it, import it into America, don't you think? I do.
Hey, and can I ask you one question about your connection to Normal in Missouri? Don't you have did you help found the Missouri chapter or something like this, or
Well,
what?
back in 1976, I was active in getting Normal established in Missouri and Kansas City. And then over the years, stayed active. And then when I retired, I got reactivated myself in a local chapter here that got its reinstituted itself. And so I'm on the local board now. I'm the veterans and legislative liaison for the chapter. So my job is to go down to Jeff City here in Missouri and to lobby the legislators about cannabis laws that affect veterans, which in this state it does, because all the medical cannabis in this state, 4% goes to veterans. And we're talking millions and millions of dollars that are going to be available to help veterans. And I feel my job as a normal legislator, a liaison, is to try to make sure that that money is not just foo-fooed away, just making a bunch of cats rich someplace and not really helping the veteran. And so you just got to keep tabs on that and kind of sometimes be a pain in the backside of people, but that's just the way it goes. So
That is
yeah,
beautiful,
I'm
brother.
very active in that stuff.
Thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your service.
I appreciate it, man.
I know my man Dialect is going to join us. So artists and people who are interested in being a part of this, look at the submission requirements and send us some music, MP3 or MP4 format, or .mov, I guess, so we can review it. If we don't know who you are, we kind of want to review your music. That's just the way it works. It's an open mic for people whose music is going to uplift the community. If you want to join and we accept your music, you're going to need Google Chrome. You're going to need Google Chrome for this platform to work on your computer. It can work on a phone as well, but you still need Google Chrome, the browser. So I think anybody can have it, right? iMac people or PC, but you do need Google Chrome. And yeah, it's going to be weekly, and we are weekly. This is week 1. This is episode 1, and many more to come. We're looking forward to it, to the fun and the growth. We're here with Papa Biz and Megaciph every single week. We found out today, right before the show, that we have the same birthday, y'all. It's crazy. August 21st, 1974 for me, and you said 1949.
49. Yep.
1949 for my big brother. And we're gonna find out things every single week. So it's gonna be a year of discovery, and we look forward to sharing it with you. So
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being here. I still see 25 people watching us live. I've seen the numbers kind of ebb and flow. They've waned and they've grown. Y'all clearly on the whole are enjoying this vibration. The chat room looks positive. So share this. You know what I'm saying? This is real. It's not an experiment in the sense that if it doesn't work, it'll stop. It's an experiment in the sense that what can we create? Right? We're not going to stop creating. You understand me? You understand, you comprehend, however your language works. We are not going to end this because of anything short of a cataclysm, right? So this is a space that you can come tune in with us every week. Feel that vibration, right? You can tune in every week. This is a safe space, artists, music lovers, poetry lovers, consumers, connoisseurs. I guess if it's just instrumental music as well, we'll even rock with that, because we'll certainly rock with a cappella lyricists, be they poets or rappers or singers. So we'll also go with I think that's fair. We'd only go with instrumental. We would accept somebody's instrumental. But that would have to be really high caliber, right? Since we're looking for things that elevate the consciousness, that would have to be high caliber, whichever genre it was. Don't send us a loop expect it to be, you know what I'm saying? If you send us a 2-bar loop, you're probably not gonna get selected. Now, a song on a 2-bar loop that's dope is gonna get selected, and that's just the way it's gonna be. Another example, just to be fair, like a sample, like something that's not yours, and then passing it off as yours is also not gonna fly. Don't bite anybody's rhymes. Saying they're yours, or song or lyrics. No covers, nothing like that. We're not gonna do covers. We want to hear original music. There's a place for covers. This is not karaoke. We want to hear, and I'm sorry, but we want to hear original music. We want to hear original music, be it yours or somebody else that wrote something for you. That's gonna uplift the people. Yeah, and y'all vibe with that. Y'all resonate with that. So that's beautiful. I guess I should I share something? You want to share? Do you have something you'd like to share, Papa Biz, or do you want me to share something? I can share something if you want.
No, not really. I mean, what I do is just kind of, oral interp. I take other people's, I'll take a song and, do an oral interpret that song, or something that, like a good friend of mine, poet Bill Bauer, and you can find his stuff on the web. And he's wrote 2 books about Vietnam, and he has offered me the opportunity to interpret that whenever I want, wherever I want. So I'll be doing some of that. I hadn't prepared anything tonight,
Okay.
but I do have some. He is just a fantastic poet and a real good guy, and hopefully maybe we can get him to come on. He lives in Hawaii, so it is a possibility. It would be earlier in the afternoon, way early for him, but it is a possibility. So I'm going to reach out to him and say, hey, here's an opportunity. And he is a very peaceful man. And so I would rather this group be introduced to his work by him than by me.
I feel that. It's a good point that we early afternoon for Hawaii, probably early morning for Okinawa and Japan, and right, and
I'm going to cheat and look at that
East
clock.
Asia. But you can send in artists and musicians can send in recorded material as well. It doesn't have to be live. You can be live, but you don't have to be. And I know that applies. People are nervous about it. That's always a thing too.
In Type A, it's 9:39 tomorrow morning.
Right.
So it's
But that's that's as we start, as we grow, as it gets shared, the word will get out and people will.
We hope so. I mean, that's why this is, as I was talking to you earlier, this is like a coffee house where you sit around and where if this was like here in Kansas City, me and Miles would be sitting in a coffee place and people would hopefully come up and do open mic and different stuff. And we're just taking it to an electronic virtual level, and which really, if you think about it, opens up the entire world that's wouldn't be even have the opportunity to see us or to see the folks who want to perform. It's just, I just think it's a great opportunity.
It's my man Dialect has joined. He's in the backstage right now, and yeah, it really is. It's kind of the new norm. I kind of want to know. I kind of want to ask you, just since it came up, Papa Biz, how has this change in our life affected you? You're an elder. That automatically, I guess, puts you in an at-risk population for I know you're very fit. You and your wife, how, and your family, how has COVID-19 affected you? How have these changes affected your life? I'm curious. I'd like to know.
Well, quite a bit in a way. I mean, on a veteran level, I had for the last 9 years gone every Wednesday over to Veterans Hall here in Kansas City and worked the front desk and help veterans who come in feel comfortable, and as they go in to talk to the service officer to file their claims to receive their compensation. And so now haven't done that since March. Done some phone. I mean, as far as like going to groups, I belong to two boards right now. One is the Kansas City Indian Center board, and we do all of that by phone or virtual. And with the veterans, we just haven't been having meetings because we're all in that population. Some of the Vietnam vet guys that are members of the Vietnam Veterans of America chapter that I belong to, they have a lot of, they're not as healthy as me, let's just put it that way. So that has affected us. It's affected us how we relate to our grandchildren. This summer, things were a little better in Kansas, in the area in Missouri, and so we did some camping with them and was able to hang out with them. And here with the recent incline, well, we've kind of stepped back and do more things virtually with them. And we did a virtual quick new Thanksgiving and a virtual Christmas. And so, yeah, it changes your life. But then again, you got to kind of look at it that then I wouldn't have this opportunity that I'm doing right now, in a way, to be able to talk to at least, I don't know how many people, 25 people are watching us, and to find out a little bit about me. And it's not really about me, it's about Vets for Peace and artists and give them a platform to perform. I mean, I like to perform, do things, but I'm not a singer. If they did, they'd be switching off real quick.
It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna bring my man Dialect in and introduce him to the audience. So he looks like he's good, ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Peace. What's going on? How you doing, Megaciph? Chiefs, great to meet y'all.
Doing good.
You for a minute.
My man Papa Biz is in Kansas City, and it's our first night working together as virtual hosts. So it's an experiment, and I thank you for joining us, family.
Shout out to KC.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Matt. I'm looking forward to hearing what you got going. Are you a veteran?
Well, first I'd like to say I'm not a veteran, but the armed forces and military has been all around all of my family for my entire life. I think about half of my aunts and uncles are veterans. I grew up for at least a little while on the War College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. When I was growing up, after I was living in Pennsylvania, I moved down to St. Croix in the Virgin Islands. And I don't know if you know down there, but in the territories, we have very high amounts of enlistment. And part of it is because the ASVAB is mandatory for the entire Virgin Islands. I got recruited pretty heavily. I did a pretty good score on my ASVAB, and I was hanging out with some of the cats. And actually, a brother named Crisis, who was my first mentor, who taught me how to rhyme, he ended up enlisting. He is in Kylene right now. He was in the Air Force. He started out in the Army, moved down to the Air Force. So he's become a lifer. And so I've always been around and been a part of military families. My big cousin was like my big brothers. I think he did like 3 tours in Iraq, met his wife there. They did tours together, came there, raising their kids. So I've always been around veteran folks and have a lot of love for making sure that y'all are getting taken care of when you're out and when y'all are home.
Hey, brother, and you're a veteran in the peace movement, Dialect, I would call you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I never try to take on the metaphorical titles because, like, I know that y'all are out there doing y'all thing with y'all stuff. So, you know.
Did you came on to share some music with us?
Yeah. I'm here to do some stuff, to do some rhyming, to have some fun, talk some stuff. What you want to talk about?
Do you so I want to ask you, do you are you prepared to share music or a cappella?
I was thinking I would just do a rap because I didn't actually set up all my like mic and preamps and everything that, you know, sound pretty. So I was going to do it poetry style. Is that cool with y'all?
That's totally cool. That's totally cool. And then would you be open to a couple of questions afterwards from us and maybe the audience?
Yeah. Anybody who wants to ask anything, I'm always down to share and talk. I was planning on performing a joint that talks a little bit about war and the after effects of war, specifically the Civil War and Reconstruction.
Very cool. Is that from your latest work by any chance? Or
yeah, that's from the Museum of Dead Words. It's the latest work that I put out, and actually I have a dope remix of it coming out this year. I was gonna say next year, but it's this year now, in 2021, with some really cool folks, as we're putting out a remix record. So you'll hear a bunch of different instrumentals under these words at some kind of time anyway, so might as well hear the words first.
That sounds dope. Yo, Papa Biz, can I ask you to mute yourself? And we're gonna bring this brother. We're gonna give you a solo on the screen, Dialect. Do your thing, man.
Right. Peace, y'all. My name is Dialect. Big up to Papa Biz and Megaciph for letting me rock with y'all. This is a joint called Preach to the Choir. It's from the Museum of Dead Words. It stems from me trying to dig into having conversations about racism with people. So it goes a little something like this. To make you feel safe, a couple people had to get displaced. But right at the block, an unarmed black man got shot. And to keep his job, another brother had to cut off his locks. And you scared I'll force you to be PC? Man, you must be on PCP. Check it out. Slavery never ended. You're sorry I said it. Slavery never ended. The way they did it was just getting expensive. And just like there's never been a president that was a leftist, a plantation ain't a bed and breakfast. It was too late for them to redo their message, and they were scared of retribution if they wasn't protected. So the 13th Amendment had a clever exception. If convicted of a crime, you could still be indentured. Clear up any ambiguity about our government. Slavery is still a very legal form of punishment. Available jobs range from prisoner to soldier. Every potential looter got shipped to Angola. Chained to the game or starstruck for fame. Shinier shackles when it's buying another name. The most slave codes change clothes to James Crow. If you're like me and your brain's slow, they target the same folk. That game, though, then politicians got lines. You got to be tough on crime, got your best interest in mind. If you're innocent, you'll be fine if you got nothing to hide. Never mind the stuff like vagrancy was vaguely defined. Freedom confined, that's freedom on the vine. It's only worth it if it ends up in the wine. I don't know much, but I know one thing. You got to preach to the choir so they know what to sing. I don't know much. But I know one thing, you gotta preach to the choir so they know what to sing. I don't know much, but I know one thing, you gotta preach to the choir so they know what to sing. I don't know much, but I know one thing, you gotta preach to the choir. Hey, yo, thugs in the house, they at war with you. Ladies in the house, they at war with you. Everybody on the left, they at war with you. Everybody on the right, they at war with you. You got $1 in your pocket, they at war with you. You got $10 in your pocket, they at war with you. If you got $100, they at war with you. If you got $1 billion, you'll be fine. It's cool. Now, to add injury to insult, criminalize a race, check the result. Arrest one, assume we all at fault. We all in the same gang. We ain't in the same cult. The thing about pig laws and those codes, sidebar, that's why those are what a pig's called, is they were regulated by the same states that just lost, and we're trying to recover and recoup costs. In other words, the South got what they wanted from the war, and most of their dead soldiers were poor. Just like how a CEO would burn a business to the floor and get enough platitudes to win awards. While even liberals act like we're inherently criminal, screaming black on black like the rhetoric is literal. The residual effect of that yoke upon our neck is we internalize this negative, repetitive mess. Let's be clear. Most crime is intraracial. It's 90% amongst Black folks. And I know that sounds painful, but we've been ghettoized. That's why the number is fairly high. White on white crime is closer to 85. Anybody know why that ain't been stigmatized? No pundits or think pieces out there to criticize. No, we got to do better. It's epidemic in size, because that's privilege when you can just let it slide. I don't know much, but I know one thing. You got to preach to the choir so they know what to sing. That's my John. Thanks, y'all.
Brother man, thank you. That was dope. Thanks for blessing us with it. I shared the Museum of Dead Words. I shared dialect.com in the chat if you want to share.
I saw that. Yeah, that's dope. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All the songs are available everywhere. You can, stream them, listen to them. I even put together some lyric video stuff for YouTube if you like to watch the words go by as you're listening to the stuff.
Yeah, you put a lot of work, a lot of time into the Museum of Dead Words. Your production of it, the production value was really high.
Thank you.
You brought in a lot of people. You incorporated a lot of viewpoints. I mean, you sent me a questionnaire that was really in depth and and dope. So I can imagine, I can only imagine how that process was. Would you like to share any of that with the people?
Sure. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, so that song was the first one that I put together based on the first word that I realized was a word that was turning conversations into fights. I'm of the mindset that I think even an argument can be a positive thing, because even if we're yelling and we're angry and feeling emotional, we're working out what we need to work out, and that can be messy. But I found that certain words and certain types of conversations devolved into semantic arguments, ones where there was nothing productive to be had. And I found out that, especially when we talked about racism, it was really difficult to have a productive argument about racism because we didn't often share the definition of the word. I'm here talking about systemic racism. Someone else is talking about personal bias. And, we have all of these very personal definitions of these terms that allow us to not even have arguments because it's just semantics. We're talking about two completely different things and we can't have any kind of conversation. So I started digging up online. This is around 2016, as things were very tumultuous online. And I was digging into article comments and looking at what people with the power of anonymity and a keyboard in front of them, what they would say and how conversations were turned into fights. And I chose 11 words and I wrote songs about how the words died, and then built this museum of dead words. And, the whole point of it is, it's not about telling people to cut these words out of your diet because, they're causing us to get fat on a metaphorical level, anything like that. It's about being more aware of the conversations we're having and how our intent matches up with our actions. So the way that I did this was I created a guided tour. I put up each word in a big way in obnoxious fonts, and I would take folks on this guided tour. When we went online, I decided I wanted to connect, because I always like connecting with local artists. Whenever I would go to a different place to rock the museum, we did this in art galleries and in classrooms, warehouses, really wherever we could rock. It was all about putting this on. I mean, honestly, partially it was about putting it on in non-theaters and non-bars, because I didn't want to only have that model of putting on performance in these places that are approved. So we wanted to mess around and, go to these not necessarily approved for performance spaces. And we would rock with the local artists and local business folks to put together a gift shop and some other visual art that talked about these issues. Online, we made a call for artists from around the world, and I got 11 amazing artists from all around the world who put together really beautiful visual representations of the stuff we mean. To give you a little brief thing about it, because I know I'm talking a whole bunch about this is my thing, but to give you a brief one that was really beautiful, there's Sophie Raimundo is a young artist from Mexico City, and we gave her the word sexism. And what she did, she's a visual artist. I thought she was oh, she's gonna make some painting about, her experience with sexism and the word and things like that. And what she did instead was make a painting, put them up live, and made a 15-minute documentary about her putting up these paintings in the neighborhood and gauging people's reactions. And she was taking it a step further from sexism. She was talking about a word, femicide, which is just straight up means women getting killed. And part of her whole thing was if you say sexism, that's too easy to be a two-way street. People will be like, oh, sexism means you were mean to me because I'm. And she's like, no, I'm trying to talk about serious, important stuff here. women are getting killed just for being women in this city. And she's sharing these pieces with these folks. And it was amazing when she was like, I talked to the police and said, is it legal for me to put this up? And then they said, actually, it's illegal for us to take it down because what you're doing is well within the law. She put it up. And what happened within a few minutes? Police came to take it down. And they were at least gracious enough to explain to her why, and she put it on film. So she put together this amazing, beautiful, powerful documentary that showed the important real world effects of people having problems talking about this word, which was so amazing because it wasn't even in her first language. So
that's amazing dialect. It's just something that I'm always amazed about people who have such a command of our English language is the flow of your words, and that you're not looking at a script. It's just boom, it's coming, and it just amazes me and it mesmerizes me to be able to hear those and focus on them. So it's really cool, dude. I enjoyed that really a lot.
Thank you, Biz. I appreciate that.
That's why he's an MC, because he knows how to move the crowd, yo. Master of ceremony, say it loud.
There you go. Yeah.
Yo, well, Dialect, man, thank you for joining. Thank you for being here with us. You can feel free to hang out in the backstage if you want, and we can bring you back on in if we still happen to be on in about 20-30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. The freedom is yours. We're going to be here every Friday night. Thank you for being our first guest on our first show. That's so meaningful to me. We're going to be here every Friday night from 8 p.m. until 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 9 p.m. on the East Coast and 6 p.m. on the West Coast. So, yeah, and y'all saw it here first. Dialect, dialect.com, the first to rock the mic. Yo, you know what I'm saying? It takes guts to be the first one to rock the open mic on some what's it gonna be type ish.
Can I say Megaciph, like one thing about like being first to rock the open mic as a cat, like, you know, we've been to open mics, hosted open mics, been all part of all these things for many years. And I always think it's so important to be the first cat to rock, especially if you were a veteran and of the game here. I'm talking about metaphorical veterans. If you've been doing your thing for a minute, please come through and rock the open mic. I always love how the poetry slams would do this thing, where they would bring someone who had some tenure, who like the crowd knew and respected, and like have them rock first and even do the judging on them if it's a judging type of slam, so that we can get all those jitters out of the way. It's really exciting to me to come through. And I remember when I first started rocking, people were like, oh, you're the opening slot. And I'm like, oh, is that not good? Is that a good thing? And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna rock the opening slot and we're gonna set the bar so that everybody got to be at least as dope as me. And I think that that's a great goal for folks. If you want to come on open mics and be a part of things, it's like, I don't care if it's dry out there, nothing, like you set a bar and make some dope stuff and everybody will follow. And that's the hip hop of it, because it is competitive, but it's also about community, where I'm not trying to blow it up and make it so you can't rock. I want to open it up so that we can all rock. That's the way it goes.
Y'all got that? Thank you for dropping science on them, Dialect.
Hey, you know, I always got you. By the way, just so you know, I am going to pull off of the backstage. I got the family stuff going on. Yeah, man. I love this. I really appreciate what y'all are doing. This is very important. I think, you know, we in this country have skewed perceptions about not only the military industrial complex, but military service members in general. We have these broad strokes that we paint everybody with, no matter what parts of any aisle that you're on. Yeah. And the big thing is it dehumanizes y'all. No matter what, like, you know, people who are like, oh, I'm pro-war, I'm anti-war. Oftentimes the actual people who are involved get dehumanized, and it's the worst thing. It happens in all of these industries, and in what you're doing in this very important thing. I cry, man. It means a lot to me.
You're gonna make me cry, bro. You're gonna make me cry, man.
You're gonna make me cry. This is for my aunties, this is for my uncles, this is for my aunts and the people coming from us.
Yo, much love. I thank you, man. Thank you.
I love y'all too. Be well.
Nice meeting you, brother. And I look forward to some more things, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know,
you and your queen, happy New Year, your family, happy New Year. Peace, y'all.
Thank you. Happy to y'all.
Yo, that was dope. That was dope. So that's how it goes, y'all. And he could be in the backstage right now and y'all wouldn't know. He's not. He has left the show for the night. He's not going to come back. but y'all did get blessed with some science. And it's true, you know. I'm not gonna cry. I'm crying tears of joy. I'm not crying because of what he said, like made me sentimental. Though it did, but I was just joking. Tears are good, man. You should cry. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cry. You gotta clear out your tear ducts.
Well, that was a fun thing to do, and to like the words, like I was telling, to keep up with them, and because every one of them words means something. I mean, everything that he's, I mean, like
his name is Dialect.
Right.
His name is Dialect, right?
Tells it all, my brother. Tells it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, that's the bar. I like how he came. I like how he said that as well. I like how the conversation evolved. It's true. So there is a bar that has to be set, and there is something that we're looking for. There's a standard, it's just true. I don't care if you have 50,000 views on your video. You know what I'm saying? If that's the video you're submitting and you had and the strength of it is that it has 50,000 views, don't let that be the strongest thing about the video. Right, because it's not just me looking at it. It's my man Papa Biz. We got 4 or 5 people. We got other folks looking as well. And there's people looking at us. There's people watching us. So even like today, the first show, we've been on an hour now. We still have audience. Thank y'all for saving space with us. Thank you for this space. We want to thank. We know that a lot goes into creating this space. And to allowing this platform to be. So thank you. You can donate to Veterans for Peace. We are a small we are a small member-led organization. So that's what keeps us alive. You can go to the website and donate. We have a small staff that runs everything. We're satellite chapters that work independently. But the national team works very hard to create an incredible platform for all sorts of positive, progressive messaging. You go to the website, you'll see what's available, and you'll see the network that is available. So we got Sarah Campbell from Kansas City saying, "Hi, Biz and Megaciph." That's your sister, ain't it?
Yeah, that's yes. Sarah Campbell got me. Well, it's a long story about Sarah, how I got. I mean, I actually knew about her when she was young, but I don't think she knew much about me. And then because of the relationship that I had with her mother, and through the Baha'i faith at that time in my life, and so yeah, it's really cool to. We don't get to see each other. And by the way, since she's watching, tomorrow I'm going to try to do the Zoom with this camera, and probably just use the computer camera.
Y'all are having a hangout, right? Your chapter's having.
Yeah, we're having a hangout tomorrow, just kind of a social thing. So I'm excited about trying to, and I would love to have had some music, but I don't think we'll, I mean, it may do live music. I don't care, but it's just really, I think.
You do private, bro. If y'all do private stuff, you can have your music. It's only when you're sharing live on Facebook that you can't have somebody else.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how that works out. But
you can do it. Hey, I want to tell everybody at home. I want to tell all the veterans at home that are watching, young veterans or young people who know veterans or who aren't veterans, like my man Dialect who was just on. You can join Veterans for Peace, right? So if you're like, oh, this organization sounds dope. Veterans who work for peace, like I love that idea. You can join as well. You can become an associate member, or you can become a member if you're a veteran. You can be a member at large, or if you live near a chapter. You guys are what chapter? What's your chapter number out there?
I think he's going to ask me 97. I think.
Oh, sorry. I'm a member at large, so I am on the board. I'm on the national board, but I'm a member at large. I don't have a chapter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not real active with the chapter. Did help facilitate using the Vietnam Veterans of America chapter hall for their meetings when they were actually meeting and stuff, and went to a couple of meetings. But and that's where I met you.
Yeah, that's where we met.
Yeah.
I went to a
Yeah.
few meetings in New York, chapter 34. They're very active. I went to a few meetings in New York before we left New York. And Susan Schnall, I don't know if she's still the president of that chapter, but she's now a co-board member with me. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We got a few new board members, and I'm a new board member as well. And it's all a fun process. It's a fun journey. So I'm happy to share all of that. All of that is part of my transparent nature. Oh, she says it's chapter 97. Sarah,
what did I say? I may.
Yep, you got it right. You said 97. Chapter 97.
Wow. I kind of thought it was.
I think we've shared everything that we have to share. I wonder if my man Ben is gonna join us this evening. I can share some more music, but I really don't want to make the show about me. And it's an open mic. So I am an artist. Y'all know that, right? Full disclosure, Megaciph is an artist. Mental energies gather and circulate with positive harmony. I'm not going to be using this as my platform to share my music, like my links and stuff. You can, if you know me, you can follow my music. That's cool. I hope you do. But I'm not gonna hog the mic and try to perform every week. So, if we had the backstage full right now of artists, I'd be turning them. I'd be turning y'all like hotcakes, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Short order cook.
Wouldn't be listening to us saying,
Nah, like you listen to us with some questions for the artist. That's really about it. I want this to be a space for diversity, all genres. Oh, we didn't get everything out. I want all genres of music and artistry to submit. So heavy metal. If you're heavy metal, but your music is engaging and enriching, submit it. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about killing people, death, murder, and there's no story in there that we can see, don't waste your time. Right? Same thing for rap. Same thing for any genre of music. If it's uplifting, submit it by all means. And we're gonna put you on. And once you're approved, you can come on every single week and rock for the people. And it's really gonna be a first come, first serve basis. Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Well, I don't think anyone has actually done what we're trying to do, have they? I mean, has it been a virtual open mic like this that you know of? You're more in tune, Miles, with music biz than me.
No, this doesn't exist. So that's why
it does now.
It does now, exactly. That's why it's happening like this. That's why it had to evolve like this. There's open mics, and there are places you can perform, but everyone that I've been a part of during this lockdown has required you to send your music in advance and be pre-approved. And then the set list is created, and who's going to perform when is known prior to the show going live. The way this is being created is people are sending their music and links to. Don't send links. I'm lying to you. Don't send links. People are sending their MP3s, MP4s, or .movs to the submission link on our FAQ. Check the description in this video that you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, and right there you see the page to go to the web, the link to go to the web page with all the submission details. Send in music or a video. Don't send us a link. We're not going to go click on your SoundCloud page. I'm sorry. All right. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm not sorry in any way, shape, or form. And I don't really apologize. We're not going to go click on your links. We want to hear music. We want to know that you own the file. That's why. All right. And then once you're approved and we invite you onto a show, you can come on anytime you want. First come, first serve basis, right? Because we have to respect the amount of time it takes to share your music and to interview you. And so realistically, I think 15 artists in a 4-hour time slot would give each artist about 7 minutes, maybe twice through. You see what I'm saying? We might get to go through the list twice. And so that's the concept. And then you get to see really dope music, and you get to see artists grow and collaborate. I I did this in New York. I did the Vital Movement open mic in New York for 3.5 years, and it was something that had never kind of never been done before, because it was any genre of music welcome to perform, and we really honored that, and we were able to grow. We served 2,000 artists, unique artists. We had I don't remember my numbers anymore, but we had more than that. We had quite a few thousand performances overall, and it was a really a dope time, a really dope experience. I met Dialect during that process, and I met him at a show called Freestyle Mondays. So there's a lot of family involved in the idea behind this, and I know it can work because art is spontaneous, and the best is spontaneous. And so what's going to happen in this cauldron that's going to start mixing is just going to be like some spiritual peace alchemy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to, like, seriously, bro, we're going to wind up, the conversations that are going to grow out of this are just going to be pure magic. And the relationships that are going to grow out of this are going to be pure magic. So
yeah, it's just so new to me to be involved, you know, to get the opportunity to grow this thing, because like you said, nobody's done it. We're doing it, and as the folks who are now watching, hopefully, you know, it's not about me, it's not about Miles, that's for sure. Otherwise, you'd have probably left. It's about folks who want to perform, who want to tell us about what their life is about through their music or through their poetry. Maybe even someone who wrote a short story. If it was, you know, I don't know how. I mean, we'd have plenty of time to do a writer to share some things. If you're an author and you've written some things and you want to share some things. Maybe you're an inspiring philosopher. You've developed some. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there, you know, that might work. You know.
By all means. I think everything that you just said is valid. I would even allow a comic, right? Because I'm not worried about offending my audience if the person who's presenting is conscious. You know what I'm saying? If they're aware of, and like, I don't just mean conscious in the sense of awake, but they have their conscience is good. You know what I'm saying? Like they're consciously aware of their actions, and they're taking the time to self-reflect, right? So like, you know, if it's, you know, we're not just looking for views. We want to uplift people's minds and people's souls, right? I'm going to share a piece with y'all called Red, and I'm just going to share it a cappella. And
I'm going to go ahead and mute.
I look forward. Look at this comment from Dennis. This is awesome. I look forward to watching this community growing and thriving. And like exactly what you just said is so true, because if they were here to watch you and we've been on for an hour and 13 minutes. They would have left. I've performed one song. Dialect performed one song. He was on for about 15 minutes. So people are here because of the idea. People love the concept, and look at that. You know, that's just the organic truth of the matter, right? Like, this wasn't promoted heavily. Y'all are here because you love the concept. This is called Red. This is the root chakra. This is the first of 7 chakras within our bodies. And the song is already out. There's already a video for it on YouTube. I shot the video with my family. Very lo-fi. It's produced by my man OMFG, Corey Alexi, who lives up in the Northern Territories, the Northwest Territories. He is indigenous peoples. He is First Nations, Native American, Native as, or I guess Canadian, Native as some people like to call themselves. I don't want to encroach on anybody's terminology, their self-terms, you know. And he blessed me with some tracks, and I'm very happy to have Chakras completed, as well as a bonus song for his family member of his who passed. This album will be coming out one song a month during the year of 2021. So I'm sharing this because, and this is going to be the last thing, we'll say some goodbyes to y'all. I'm sharing this because of what my man Papa Biz said about the value of the word, and what my man Dialect said about the bar. Oh, Ben is here, representing for the People's Music Network. He said he's going to join us in a bit. So we're going to stay live because I'm going to honor my man who said he could be here for the open mic list. Yeah, baby. Truth to life. Speak truth to life. Check it out. The value of the word is important. Red and black stones all in my charm. From the base of my spine, I bring the nation to calm. Energy rising, and you coming along. Ha, catch the wave or get lost in the storm. The last days, with the power in my palm, the red horse. I'm so far beyond RBG. It's more than a charm, the red stripe. It's for the bloodshed, the harm. What I be on peak and I'm out the meters. I reek in the mouth of eaters of flesh. I root the matter. Another to meet the leaders of unlocking life's secrets. We just speaking truth to life. What's the matter with no weakness? Freak this. We got basic primal needs. This color increases. I churn roots and chew the fat to pieces. Vitality, my thesis. I'm grounded and rooted, but hungry. That's why I beast this. Beast this. Raw, primal energy, the face of man. Mulad Adra, the first of 7 chakras, unlocked to advance. Please repeat the mantra. I am free of anger. I am free of guilt. I am free of fear. And though I may be killed, I am free of pain. And this is how I'm built. And since I'm meant to be here, I make it felt. If I knelt on my knees or sat in the lotus, compose this in red clay on a bed of roses, surrounded or alone, rhythmic prose exposes. I am well grounded, part the Red Sea like Moses. You know it's just components of the wholeness. These little moments in the onus, they don't own us. They pass over us like moods or coronas, atmospheric interferences or ruby auras, 200-foot red carpets on the floor for all of us. Why are you buying what's in store when you so glorious? Splash obnoxious, shown to make the people dance. The flow defies logic because it's basically advanced. The foundation is earth. The vision is cosmic. These stones are black opal and red sardonyx. It's not just ironic lyrics. You could check out the lyrics and see what they mean. Lyrics matter. Hashtag lyrics matter. You're here because you love this vibration. 19 of y'all in the chat room, thank you for vibing with us. Please share this conversation, grow this. If you know artists who need to be in tune with this, oh, I like that look, Papa Biz. You look like a DJ standing at the turntables. You look like you standing on the streets of KC and you're about to spin some vibes for me, bro. I love it. I love it. If you're an artist, if you know an artist, share this with them. Share this link, share that page, share the submission requirements, because we want to bring in artists from around the world with vibrations and messages for people to grow to. Tell them how it is, Papa Biz. Let them hear that smooth voice of yours, man.
Well, it's been fun this evening, and I look forward to be able to do this again next Friday night at 8 o'clock, right here Central Time. Please, know any artist, anybody, submit your things, submit what you want to do, and we will. We're glad to have you here. It's new for me I mean, I'm looking at a camera, I'm looking at a screen here and seeing my brother, but if I look too much, I'm not looking at the folks that are watching this. And this is almost,
get close to the mic. Come closer to the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that, how about that? Is that better?
It was better earlier. I think your gain went down. You turned the gain down or something?
No, I didn't do, hang on a minute here. I didn't do anything to the gain there. I don't know. It's still, I'm going to turn it down in my headphones, but still there. Are we on?
Oh, bro, it was like gold earlier, and now you really sound like you're kind of far away.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about that? I hear you. Go ahead. Are you there?
You sound like you're far away. I'm not sure what exactly changed. Um,
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I didn't have it. How about that? I just stood up. It's all because my back was hurting way through.
oh, there's a short in that thing. Something's up. When you touch it, something happened.
Maybe I didn't have it all the way in. I don't know. I'll have to work on that. I apologize for that.
Oh, this is not. I'm not feeling this right here. Come on, come on, come on. We got it. Oh, I'm loving the new look. I'm loving this. You stood up in mid set. I barely even noticed it, and now I can't hear you. And I'm
I don't know what happened.
ask your wife if she can hear you on
Can you
on
turn
the
that on? See
TV.
if you can hear anything on the TV? Because we're a little delayed, but we can.
Y'all are in the same room, so it's kind of she can't tell the difference. We got folks.
It's coming out. It's coming out. They're hearing it at home.
I'm gonna
I
Hey,
don't. I
Papa
just.
Biz, I'm gonna go solo. Papa Biz, I'm gonna go solo. Check over your system. I know my man Ben Grosscup is gonna come in soon. He said he's gonna join us in a bit. So I'm gonna go I'm gonna pull myself onto the screen. I'm gonna pull you off the screen, but you'll still
Okay.
be in the
Thank you
show
very
with
much.
me. And check over your sound. All
Okay.
right.
Will do. Will do.
And hopefully you can come back strong. I see actually Ben in the background right now. I'm gonna pull you off the screen, my brother, and please just go over your sound, okay, Papa Biz?
Can do. Thank you very much.
Oh, that sounded. What happened?
I don't know. I just got. I don't know. I didn't do anything. No, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's all a mystery to me anyway. The whole damn thing is.
Right there, right there. That's your space. That's your sweet space.
Right here. Okay.
Yep.
So I just need to stay right here and but anyway, thank you. You can go ahead and I appreciate it much and we'll be back next Friday with you, bro. I guarantee you. Thank you.
Hey, how
Hey
you
Ben.
doing?
Hey, that was a nice mic check.
You hear me all right?
Yeah, you didn't tap the mic. You just snapped in front of it. Papa
Yeah.
Biz, Papa Biz, don't leave us. Don't leave us, all right, brother?
It's good to see you, Miles.
It's good to see you, Ben.
Man,
That,
glad to hear you doing
I
this.
hear a echo.
Is that right? Oh, let me fix that. Sorry about that.
You're watching the show.
Yeah. Just
It's
took
all
the-
good.
yeah.
It's all
I
good.
think it should go away now.
Um,
Yeah, it's great to see you guys. Greetings
How
from the
have you
People's
been?
Music Network.
how have you
Which-
been, bro?
Man, I've been good. It's spending a lot of time in quarantine. Obviously, it's a weird New Year's. I'm used to going out dancing on New Year's, and it's just me and my partner, and we were both tired, and we didn't even really stay up till midnight. It's like, what the hell, This is crazy. But I've been staying active online as much as I can, as I can see you are as well. So we're building right now the People's Music Network. We're having our winter convergence at the end of the month.
Okay, I need to get on that show.
Yes.
Is it too late?
Not at all. No, we're still getting it together, actually. And so right now, we're actually, one of the things we're focused on for this, it's a 3-day thing. And we're focused on having the bulk of it be educational workshops about how artists are using their craft of music in the context of the pandemic. And
Oh wow, I got some friends who you need to have on there then.
Yeah, we should have a phone call soon to talk about that, because right now, one of the things that's coming together really strong is this choral workshop, because of all these people who are yearning for that kind of collective singing experience, I think. And how do we include that part of the People's Music Network. You know, the way that People's Music expresses itself is in communal singing, and we also have a lot of the singer-songwriters. We have the hip-hop artists. We've got poets in the People's Music Network. So we're, I mean, I don't know, like, what do you think? It
Very
seems
cool.
like you've been learning a lot yourself as an artist and as a host in terms of like what you can do online.
That's super cool, bro.
Those are the questions out there, I think, that a lot of us artists are contending with, right?
I think so. This is my 28th week in a row coming up. Our 28th week in a row of hosting Stand Down Live, which is a show that I co-host on this platform with my fellows Natasha and Mike. And that came out of a transformative justice committee meeting on behalf of Veterans for Peace. We were all members that went on a retreat to figure out a way to kind of move our organization into this century. You know what I'm saying? In terms of being more inclusive and valuing and recognizing intersectionality. So hosting that every week live has opened my mind and in ways to relate to people that I wasn't able to before online. It's shown me so much about myself and what I do and don't like and what I will and won't stand for and take. And so creating this platform is something that I know we need. I've seen a lot of my friends and acquaintances yearn for spaces to put out their music, especially during the pandemic. There's nothing out. There's People's Music Network, which is something very valuable. And there's a few other platforms, but there's nothing which is exactly like what we're doing, which is a free form open mic. You know, I'm going to bring so if I had you in dialect in here right now in the backstage, then we could come up with something even more unique. You see what I'm saying? Because I want to try to get spontaneous collaborations going as well, and cool. So I look forward to that. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun process, and it is a fun process, and I don't think it's going to end soon. Fortunately,
like the pandemic.
The pandemic is not like instantly over. You know, we're not all of a sudden cured just because a vaccine has been approved and rolled out, and we're not all safe. You know,
yeah, I wonder about that. It does seem like there's a certain amount of pandemic optimism, vaccine optimism. It's kind of like, I don't like the condition of being stuck at home. I don't enjoy it. So I want to believe that there's this way to get out of it. But what if you just have to suffer longer? You know,
well, I don't think.
You know,
okay, so I mean,
hopefully, like on the one hand, like if we had a rational kind of government that took care of the basic needs of the citizens, which we do not have, like if we had that, you know, people would still be suffering in a certain way. They wouldn't necessarily be starving. They wouldn't be worried about like losing their houses. They wouldn't be worried about getting evicted. They'd still be suffering at some level, you know, under this. Because there's a certain universality to suffering when like you want to see people and pandemic says you can't do it, you know?
I mean, yeah, okay. And there are past atrocities that this government has committed intentionally, right? Tuskegee experiment.
Yep.
Right.
Against, black folks being used essentially by the state as guinea pigs and worse.
Right, but I don't buy into I'm not buying into the conspiracy theories that this is a plan to kill off the population and that rolling out the vaccine is that plan, because you know, only 2 million doses are even available, and they're getting them to healthcare officials first and healthcare workers first. So if the plan is to use the vaccine as a quick kill, then it's really sick. It's movie level, you know, movie level conspiracy being rolled
Sure.
out in our lives in real time, and we'd already see massive amounts of violence in the streets if that were the case. We're not there yet. I do believe we're in the Kali Yuga. I do believe we're in a cyclical stage of time in which violence is rampant because the material world is ever present and people are focused on the material. I do believe that. I do ascribe to those theories, you know, of the short cycle of, you know, the short cycle time looked at through the Vedas. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that we're not close to the golden age. It's the next one coming, but it's still a few thousand years away, if not tens of thousands. None of us are going to live into the golden age. Some of us might be aware of its coming, but that's about it. So there's a lot of war and violence and pestilence to come. And saying that, maybe this is the rollout of a mass kill. You know, what are you here to bring today, Ben? What are you here to share with us? I know you're not going to share a mass kill and fear mongering thoughts. You're going to share some love, right?
Sure am. Yeah.
I wash my hands. I get it right. I know good hygiene can save my life. I know a smile goes a long way.
Keep going with that. Yeah.
You need to get set up.
Yeah. Well, there's just one little thing I'll get, and I'll be right there. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
my man Papa Biz, how you doing? Let me hear that voice of yours. Unmute yourself, big brother. Can I hear you? Papa Biz, can you hear me? Can you hear me on the set? Papa Biz, can you hear me? Hey, big brother, can you hear me? Can you talk to me? Big brother, can I hear you?
Well, here we go. Are you there?
I am here.
Hang on.
Can you hear me on the set? I know what it is now. You have your since you have your speakers on, since you have your TV on, I get the feedback.
Let me turn the volume down.
Can you hear me? Can you talk to me? And we got the delay. Okay. We're learning, folks. We're learning live in real time. You know what I'm saying? And we're not scared to share that with you. So you know what I'm saying? My name is Megaciph, Mental Energies Gathering and Circulate in Positive Harmony. And I'm here to let you know, as far as music and this creative process goes, I am not scared to share a mistake or two. If we mess up, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get it back together, we're gonna build it stronger, and we're gonna come through on the other side. All right. So because our intent is good, our intention is good. So it's always gonna work out in our favor. You Ben, would you like to share something with the people?
Brother, I'd love to. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity too. It's a song that was written back in 1965 by Phil Oakes. And I think when we were out on the streets in Washington, D.C. 2 springs ago, you might have heard me do this a little bit.
Cool.
But song's called Love Me, I'm a Liberal. And is a biting, sardonic song. I don't know if you remember this one, but I
do.
Yes. So the story goes is that it was in I think the spring of 1965 that the Students for a Democratic Society put on this huge protest against the Vietnam War. You know, one of many protests along those lines. And so they had Phil Oakes sing this song, you know, but when Phil sang this, it did cause some controversy because there's other people kind of, if you will, in the coalition of the anti-war groups who kind of were a little pissed off about kind of what the song was saying about them, you know, like
Yeah, I know.
because they were like, no, we're liberals, you know.
Yeah.
And there is a liberal anti-war position actually, and so
Yeah.
that does need to be acknowledged and respected. But what we have a lot of these days is a lot of people under the name of liberalism who you know, really are making excuses for war and a whole lot of other things. So what I did is I updated all the lyrics to this song, and you know, I recently did a new set of updates on it because this song, the rewrite of the song has been changing for me ever since like 2012 when I first started working with this. And then I made a big bunch of updates in 2016, but then I've slowly kind of tinkered with it ever since.
Cool.
So anyway, this is the most recent version anybody has ever heard. How about that?
I'm going to give you the stage. You ready? You got it?
Okay, here we go.
Ben Grosscup, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Miles. I mourned the Tiananmen martyrs, whose protests were brutally quelled. And I cheered when Mandela walked freely after so many years in a cell. But Mr. Assange can rot in prison. Those secrets were not his to tell. So love me, love me, love me. I'm a liberal. I attend sensitivity trainings, and I leave feeling so reassured. I love Oprah and Magic and Foreman. It's great to see blacks become entrepreneurs. But don't burn down the police station. That's not the way to be heard. So love me, love me, love me. I'm a liberal. I cheered when Obama was chosen, my faith in the system restored. And I'll never forgive Ralph Nader for the race he stole from Al Gore. And my neighborhood welcomes all races if the rent's not too high to afford. So love me, love me, love me. I'm a liberal. Voters need more education to achieve democracy's aims. Our enemies seek to control their news feeds, and Vladimir Putin is clearly to blame. But if you try to end private insurance, you really must be insane. So love me, love me, love me. I'm a liberal. I listen to All Things Considered. I'd consider anyone's views. I watch Colbert and Rachel Maddow. I use irony in everything I do. But when Trump set his sights on Maduro, there was no one more red, white, and blue. So love me, love me, love me. I'm a liberal. I vote for the Democratic Party. They're strengthening NATO command. I saw Bono at the Live 8 concert. I'd buy anything endorsed by his brand. We're gonna make poverty history. I'm on Twitter taking a stand. So love me, love me, love me. I'm a liberal. Sure, once I was young and impulsive. I wore every conceivable pin. I fought for a socialist future, which I actually thought we might win. But I've grown older and wiser, and that's why I'm turning you in. So love me, love me. love me, I'm a liberal. Thank you.
Yo, Ben, I love it, man. I love you. You definitely updated it for our times. I can hear. Oh man, I love it. I love it.
Thank
And
you.
you had great comments too. You had great comments in the chat room about great rendition, and
Thanks.
and somebody else said something about it's sad that there's not more activism music nowadays that's super popular. You know, like like in the 70s, like some of the biggest artists, right? The 60s, late 60s and 70s, some of the biggest artists of our world were the most.
Yeah, I mean, in Phil Oakes's day, you know, they made a real star out of him, and because his music, his left wing messages were popular, and then so it was like, from the perspective of the music industry, they could take a guy like Phil Oakes and make money off of him, but today it's like, what's left of the music industry? I mean, the music industry has been sort of eaten up and sort of digested and sort of shat out pretty much, but what I think also happened, like in whatever is left of like commercial music, doesn't even work in the same way to like capture it. Everything is so nichified, and there isn't like you're not reliant in any way on like some big institution to like create a big splash for like a particular artist or something. So those of us who are working on this as artists are kind of like, you know, we're working in the on the edges of things, whereas Phil Oakes was working in the center of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. You got insert hand claps from Rachel Jackson.
Thank you, Rachel. Cool
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah, nice avatar. I mean, it's true. Like today's music is intentionally dumbing down our the audience. You know,
Yeah.
it's financially, it's not financially viable is the sad thing. Like
Yeah.
people want really affirming music, but
Right.
I think the labels are stuck in a rut. They're stuck in the mindset that that's what the people want. It seems like there's either really bad researchers, you know what I'm saying, like their A&Rs and the people like their interns and the people who are out doing the music surveys, because I would hope that they have people in clubs and communities and colleges maybe asking questions, because when I ask people, most like you and most people I know don't listen to the radio and don't listen to the top 40 or whatever, you know. People aren't into that, so it's kind of it's always been curious to me that this trend continues in mainstream music, and that these major labels think they can continue with the argument that most of the music out there is just not good, and it takes all of this money to pour into an artist to make a success. That's why big labels are dying and independents are coming up, but independents are following the same model. You know, a lot of the most successful independents follow the same model of toxic music. You know, so there's that question too, right? The herd, that maybe that's the herd mentality. I think people are scared to be the first one to like something new.
Yeah, and then there's the art that sort of keeps you isolated. You know, that it makes me wonder if like you know they just found. I'm hearing that echo now. That's strange. But.
No, yeah, you're right. It's like it's the material world. So the art is created to make you feel inferior, to make you feel like less than, and to make you aspire to this idea of individualism. If I work hard enough, I can do it. I can be successful. Maybe I'll write the hit song, right?
Right. Yes, like American Idol. Do you know? I wrote a song actually along this topic of like kind of the fascination with stardom. Do you have time for one more?
You want to share one more with us, Papa Biz? You got any words for Ben over here? Any take on the performance?
Well, I enjoyed your interpretation. I'm a big Phil Oakes fan.
Right on, brother.
Played Phil Oakes on the radio quite a bit when I had radio shows on community radio over the years. So, yeah, you did a nice job with that, and I like your voice, man, and you had me moving. So, that's a good thing. Good thing.
Awesome. Thanks.
You clearly heard him. You clearly heard that loud and clear, Ben.
Sure did, yeah.
And so I'm wondering why I didn't. There's a problem on my end because I hear you, but I did not hear my co-host.
He was a little quiet there. What do we call him? Brother Biswell? Is that?
Well,
his name is Biz Papa Biz.
Papa Biz. Okay,
But
brother
that's his
Papa.
DJ.
Yeah.
He's a DJ. That's his DJ name. I call him brother because we're fellow. We're both Veterans for Peace members, and we have the same birthday. So, the same day, different years. And I call everybody brother, unless they're my sister.
No doubt.
Are we there?
Yeah. See, I heard that.
Did you?
Hey, I will. Yes, Ben, if you like to share one more with us, I think
Please
that's
do.
fair. We're at an hour and 46, and we're at an hour 46, and I have not heard from my other friends, so we'll probably end this at about 2 hours today, at a 2-hour show. And we again thank everybody in the audience for staying with us, whatever part of the show you've been here. Thank you so much. Share this. We're going to be here every single Friday night from 8 p.m. Until midnight Central Standard Time, starting at 9 on the East Coast and starting at 6 on the West Coast. So we're going to get another song from Ben Grosscup right now. He is right now the director of the People's Music Network, and I shared that link with the people. Ben, that link is in our chat. Y'all check out the People's Music Network, and if you're an artist or a music lover, you can go there for good resources, excellent community, and excellent resources and excellent community. All right. So yeah, give us another piece, brother.
Well, it's so great to be on with you. This song I wrote actually when I was coming home from Washington D.C. that I was sort of sad about the lack of group singing at it, and this was back in 2017, of course, but. And now, with pandemic, that's like one of the most dangerous things you can do in a pandemic, actually, is sing in a big group of people. And this song is about doing that. But this was written before the pandemic. But anyway, it also, I'll just get into it here. So here we go. In America and now in many countries. Oh, I know what's going wrong here. Let me try that again. Now you got my guitar. In America and now in many countries on this earth, judges issue televised decrees on what a song is worth. Contestants seek fame, producers seek ratings, but no one sings along. That's the creed of the American idolization of song. Were you waiting for the queen and king of song to be crowned? Were you sedated or too cool to sing when the chorus came around? Has a strange idolatry placed a strain on our voices to train them to cower? 'Cause when we sing with purpose together, the idols lose their power. Something in the music has gone so very wrong. Turn away, turn away, turn away. Turn away from the American Idol idolization of song. Rejoice at the sound of a person singing. If you feel the inspiration, that voice really wants the open heart you're bringing, not your adulation. Look behind the glamour of the contest scheme. There's a regime that sets the judging panel. Its narrow vision and commercial interests fills almost every channel. Something in the culture has gone so very wrong. Here it comes. Turn away, turn away, turn away. Turn away from the American idolization of song. A song is filling up the public square. Tyrants beware, this force multiplier for song can help to change the course of history by lifting a million voices higher. Something in our voices says we can all be strong. Here it comes. Turn away, turn away, turn away. Turn away from the American idolization of song. How long had people sung words of meaning before they had TV? When they sang songs, do you think they were dreaming about how famous they could be? Every language, generation, and style, it's worthwhile to sing with feeling, for song links us to the essence of what makes us human beings. I hear harmony and beauty in that world where I belong. That turned away, turned away, turned away, turned away from the American idolization of song. My soul is aching from the American idolization that we're living in. Now help bring about its negation and turn away, turn away, turn away. Turn away from the American idolization of song. Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting. Thanks for inviting me on, man. This was fun.
Oh, thanks for joining us, Ben. It was last minute, my invite to you. I said earlier in the show, I full disclosure, I admitted to the audience that I didn't even send out personal invites until today. That was my own big shortcoming. Yeah. Our landlords want to sell their house, and we're under a lease until July, and they told us the day before Christmas that they want to sell the house. And so it's like, that's where my mind has been, looking for a new place to live with 2 children and one on the way is not fun.
Whoa, dude.
But we're blessed and we're able to do it easily. You get claps, you got lots of love from the viewing audience.
Oh, thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, I really thank y'all for being here and tuning in with us. Turn away from the American Idol. That is stuck in my head. I love the bridge in there too, right? Like, you have clearly learned a lot this year doing your hosting events, and because those are some powerful events you host with some incredible writers. I've been blessed to be on a few of them. Yeah, thank you so much for being part of the community, Ben. I really appreciate you turning up today, showing up and turning up. Thank you.
Well, thanks. I'll tune in to the live stream. Thanks, friends.
Yeah, definitely. You can hang out in the backstage if you want for a minute.
Sure. Yeah.
And you want to do that? Yeah, hang out. It was a good conversation. I'll talk with my brother, Papa Biz, for a moment. Thanks, you, Ben.
Papa Biz. Thank you, Megaciph. Take care.
Well,
Bye.
thank you. I enjoyed that. It was nice, man. Thank you. Thanks for coming on and making it real for us here. So, can you hear me? Okay.
Very cool. I can hear that I can see that you're talking and hear that you're talking, so I trust that it's all good. It's kind of weird knowing that at the beginning of the show it was really on point and live, and now it feels distant. I'm wondering if maybe you're not up on the mic, or if a gain went down, or volume went down.
Not done anything at all. Just standing here. No, I don't know what happened. Surely don't.
Yeah, like I hear you the whole time you talk, but there's patches where it's like really nice and then very low. And I'm not in a position to fix it right now. But I believe you and I could hang out after we end this.
Okay, we try to work on that for sure.
Yeah, let's do that. We're at 2 hours right now. We're at an hour and 55 minutes. I know we have 20 people in the chat room, 17 people, whatever, 23 people. It wanes, right? I want to send some love to Rachel Jackson, who made some beautiful comments. Jane Zell, Jerry Alatalo, some folks who've been with us pretty much the whole show. That's a lot of love, y'all. I know Susie Wheeler was on here. Sarah Campbell, Al Glatkowski. He's our very own Santa Claus here in Veterans for Peace, and the only man in 150 years of the history of the Navy to successfully mutiny a ship, and for the right reasons. Yeah, we had him on Stand Down Live 2 weeks ago. Incredible show, incredible person. Yeah, just lots of love, y'all. Come back next week. Bill Fulton, Freedom Shaw, Jacob Sabat. Y'all come back next week. Tune in to us. We'll go back throughout the week and respond to your comments. Thank you so much for being part of this first show, for the kickoff. And we'll be back every single Friday night. The only experiment is how much change we can create in the course of a year. So thank you, Papa Biz, for taking this journey with me and trusting me. And yeah, I'm gonna end broadcast.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Nice, cool.